What up? Hey, yo, SB. Yo, peace head, trimmer, bruiser, smiles, spoon. This one's for Queen.
I'm giving y'all real, like, Afro textured, African black lives. Like, I'm giving y'all that kind of vibe right now. Like, welcome to my channel once again. Well, I don't know. Maybe this is your first time here. Maybe you just decided to stop by. Maybe you was like, sugar daddy, what? So, yeah. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe before you leave. So, today's video, I'll be giving a story time. I love story time so much, you guys. Like, I watch story times all day. So this video is gonna be a story time about the time that I found a sugar daddy and my time with a sugar daddy and my date with a sugar daddy and how that all went and how I even found a sugar daddy to begin with. So, okay. At one point in my life, this wasn't like too long ago, I wanted a sugar daddy. Like, I was watching Dr. Phil, which is like one of my favorite shows. He brought some girls and they were talking about how they have sugar daddies and their sugar babies and all the other stuff. And I was like, And they were even saying how some of them were saying how they had sugar daddies that they didn't even have to have sex with, and they were giving them money and gifts and trips and all that stuff. And I'm just like, that's like the perfect thing to do. So I was super interested. I did do my research before I signed up, which I do my research on anything I do before I do it. I did a lot of research. Like, I watched that show. I looked up other like talk shows. I read articles on it. I watched YouTube videos. Like, I did the whole nine because I wanted to know. Like, I wanted to know how can I have a successful sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. So, I made an account. Went seeking arrangements. And that's probably, like, you guys probably already know what it is. Or, like, if you're knowledgeable of the sugar daddy world. And I made an account with them. And this is when I was living down south. So, I was living in Florida, to be exact. And I made an account, and everybody in Florida, it was harder for me to find one because they all wanted, like, they were all into white, and I was very young at the time, and they wanted white, older women. Which is like, okay, you're a sugar daddy. Like, how old do you want them to be? But I was only 17 at this time. So, you know, of course I didn't put I was 17 because you can't even make the account when you're 17. But I put that I was 18. And, you know, I put my picture and clearly I'm not white. So, you know, I put I was an 18 African-American woman living in Florida. So, you know, my page did not get a lot of feedback. They weren't really into the whole black girl thing. Like, when I was doing my research, it even said, like, for black women, it is harder to find a sugar daddy. And, like, on their pages, like, on the sugar daddy pages, it would say, like, no blacks and no Asians. Like, literally, like, everybody page I went on,
it was like, no blacks, no Asians, no blacks, no Asians, no blacks, no Asians. And I'm just like, okay, like, what do you have against blacks and Asians?
So that was that. You know, I would talk to some people and, like, it wouldn't last because I was just too young or too black, or I don't know. It just didn't last, and I failed miserably. So after that, I ended up moving from Florida, and I ended up moving up north. I made that account again. Like, I don't know, I was just talking to one of my friends about it, and I was like, you know, when I was living in Florida, I had a sugar daddy account. And, you know, I was just telling her, like, what, like, you know, basically telling her how I had the account and how it was a fail. And I was like, I should make it again. Like, you know, like, you know, it's more of a urban area, so there's more, like, black blacks and Asians here. So, you know, they probably be more accepting to the black community. So, so I made the account again. And I definitely had way more, like, you know, attention on this account than I did on my first account. So I made the account, and I found this guy. And he, on his page, it actually said looking for an African-American girl. So he actually found me. He wrote me, and, you know, I wrote him back. And then we exchanged phone numbers and whatever. So he ended up, we would talk here and there, like on the phone and like text. I did not text him on my real number because I didn't want him to track me down. So I texted him, like, I made a texting app. Yes, I brought it back. I made a texting app, and like I did like all this stuff so I can have minutes. Like, you have to like play a game and you get some minutes, or share the texting app with friends, and then you get minutes. So I shared it, I played the games, and I build up minutes. So once I had enough minutes to call, when he called me, I answered, and we set it up a date. And I made sure I made the date not too close from where I live, but that's fine, because he actually didn't live in the same state as me. But where he lived and where I live, like, it's not like, he lived like an hour away. Like, the states are really close. It's like 20 minutes depending on where you live. So yeah, he didn't live in the same state as me, but he was familiar with my state and my city. So I picked a restaurant that was kind of like up the hill. We ended up going to Olive Garden. So I was super nervous, you guys, and I did not want to like ended up in like a horror story, like, cause when I did the research, some bad stuff came up. So I'm just like, I don't want to die. Like, what should I do? Like, I'm scared. Like, I want to go because I want a sugar daddy, but I'm just like too pussy right now. Like, I'm too scared. So this girl that I used to know, I told her to come with me, but like, don't sit with me, obviously. And we came there early, and she sat in the seat in front of, like, in the table in front of us. She sat there facing me, and I sat on the table behind her, facing her. So, we like was in view of each other. So if he wanted to pop off, like, no, it wasn't gonna happen. So I got there like extra early, and I was super nervous. And he came. He was like a short guy, white, a little stubby, like had a big stomach or whatever. And I don't remember what his name was, but he wasn't dressed up, like, he wasn't dressed up at all. I was dressed up because I was like, at this time I was 18, I think, so I didn't want to look young. So I wore like heels, and I wore like I threw some shit on, like, and this is like in the day, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock maybe. So, but he just had on like sneakers and jeans and a t-shirt, but it was whatever and whatever. He didn't look like he had like a lot of money. Like, I'm like, okay, like, is this a sugar daddy or a splendor daddy? But I went on with a date, and he was just really like talking about himself the whole time. He would ask me questions like, I was in college, he was asking me questions about my major, but he was not bringing up the money, like, because after doing all my research, I learned that the first date is the what you call it, like the date where you discuss what's the arrangement gonna be. Like, I see you this many times and you give me this much money. Oh my god, this sounds like prostitution. Like, on the first date, you guys are supposed to be talking about what's about to happen. But he was just talking about himself, because he was in the army. Like, he said that he used to fly planes in the army or something like that. And he was just talking about the army and like about his times and about his family, because he was divorced, but he did have two small children, which I was surprised, because he was like in his late like 60s, maybe 50s. He was divorced because his wife was she had a heavy drug problem or something like that. And he was just talking about that the whole time, and I'm just like, when are we gonna discuss the money? So the day came to an end, and he walked me out to my car. While we was walking up to the car, he's like, I wanted to discuss what we had to talk about in the car. And I'm just like, then what was the date for? I was really not comfortable with bringing this man inside of my car. Because, like, I feel as though, like, I watch a lot of Lifetime. Like, I watch Lifetime movies a lot. And I know what happens when you bring the man inside the car. Like, and I did not want that to happen to me. So, I'm just like, well, how did he inside the car? And I was like, oh, well, I do have to pick up my niece. Like, I don't know, let's say this was like 3 o'clock. I was like, I had to pick her up at like 3:30. He's like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah. And he walked inside the car, you know, I gave him a hug. And then he left, and I never heard from him ever since. Like, I think I ended up deleting the texting app, or I didn't feel like getting minutes. I don't know what it was, but I did not hear from him after that. Like, that was it. That was just it. Like, it was just so, like, oh my gosh, like, what is the point of this? Like, I really thought that I was about to be going on trips. I thought that I was about to be getting allowances, but those days are over. I'm not looking for a sugar daddy anymore. I don't need a sugar daddy. I was just young and crazy, and I wanted something. I just wanted, like, I just wanted to experience that part of life, and it was a total fail. But yeah, I mean, I got a free dinner out of it, like what you get from all dates. I got some free food. It was good. I love Olive Garden. And and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Like always, I'll see you guys in my next video. And don't forget to check out my last video. Bye.